Hello everybody, this is Twin Flame. How are you today? Your spirit soul is okay? Today, I'm going to talk about the sorrowful destinies of the light workers who have come from the alien planet. Their current lives are mostly filled with lots of difficulties and hardships, and many of them may live as losers socially or economically. They are likely to suffer from various types of diseases or physical pains. Today, we can see why they have to live in that way. The title of Captain Udeka's message is The Sad Destinies of the Alien Light Workers. Please listen carefully. Spirits have their birthplaces. When spirits are born in the 16th dimension, two types of spirits are created. One group is the spirits of special administrator groups who are bound to have the journey of the spirits. The other group is the general spirits who are destined to have the journey of the spirit soul in the material world. The spirits making the journey of the spirit reside in the odd-numbered dimensions and are involved in the administrative works to manage the grand universe. On the other hand, the spirits making the journey of the spirit soul dwell in the even-numbered dimensions and gain material experiences after being mated with their cognate souls for the evolutions of both spirits and souls. These spirits are also born in the 16th dimension, optimized for their purposes from the beginning. The spirits of special administrator groups are given the thought adjusters relevant to their cosmic ranks by the Creator, and with the journey of the spirits which does not lead to their evolutions. There are several categories in these administrator spirits. The administrator groups belonging to the worlds of Muguk and Teguk are engaged in the administrative works to manage the grand universe. The administrator groups of the spiritual hierarchies of planets or stars are responsible for the evolutions of their planets or stars, respectively. The Melchizedek group is also a special administrator group of spirits that play the role of darkness. There are various types of special administrator groups in the world of Muguk, including the group of 12 source spirits. The administrator groups in the world of Samteguk are given their cognate souls by the Creator, besides thought adjusters to play the role of the administrator. These souls given to the administrator spirits are pure soul energy that does not have a matrix for the soul consciousness, such as matrices of light, intermediate, or darkness. The administrator groups of the odd-numbered dimensions who manage the material world are given specific spectra of soul energies and the thought adjusters optimized for their own tasks by the Creator in order to play the role of the administrator. For the administrator groups who are on the journey of the spirit as energy beings, their thought adjusters determine the characteristics of the administrator groups and have significant influences on the scopes and features of tasks that these energy beings must carry out. Thought adjusters also have a great impact on the cognitive ability and the computational speed of energy beings. Thus, the thought adjuster given to an energy being determines its performance and tendency. In addition, the soul energy given to the administrator groups is a special type of energy to improve the performance efficiency of an energy being. The soul energy enables an energy being to fulfill its duty in a cool-headed, value-natural mode as an administrator. It also acts as an energy shield that allows an energy being to adapt well to everything that happens in the material world. It can be understood as a work uniform that an energy being should wear to work in the material world. Because the thought adjuster alone is not enough for an energy being to manage a planet that has its own unique energy spectrum. The soul energy additionally given to an energy being can have this energy being overcome the differences in energy and vibrational frequency caused by various dimensions of the planet. Most of the alien light workers who belong to the alien reinforcement team are the avatars of the administrators in charge of the spiritual hierarchies of their planets. For the alien light workers, the body of Homo sapiens as the code of the spirit soul is a very unfamiliar and uncomfortable coat they have never tried on before. For them, who used to wear coats or bodies of reptiles, fish, birds, or other animals, it is not so easy to wear the human coat and to get along with true human beings in competition with them. There are intangible devices that support the phenomena of life in the body of a living creature. These intangible devices are all different for each biological species. Especially, many of the intangible devices installed in the human body are very different from those of other living creatures or have never been applied to the other living creatures before. Thus, it is not so easy for a spirit soul to enter a human body that has such unfamiliar intangible devices and to live as a human being. It would be more difficult for the alien light workers to experience human bodies than for a rural people who have never left their country towns since they were born to experience urban life. For the alien light workers, the human body can be compared to the latest luxury car because the human body is the latest model for spirit souls in the universe. It is also because the coats that the alien light workers used to wear on their home planets are no better than bicycles or motorcycles compared to the latest car model called the human body. Thus, it is quite tough for the alien light workers to live as human beings on Earth. They have had to adapt to the human code and go through long processes of dissolving their karmas, in which they have had to unfold their planetary karmas on Earth and experience both the lives of perpetrators and victims. They have had to go through 5 to 10 rounds of lives on Earth through the reincarnation process in order to dissolve the karmas that they created on their planets and also to play the roles of the light workers smoothly during the process of the Earth dimensional ascension. Most of the alien light workers have brought their own planetary karmas. Since they were born wearing the human bodies on this strange, unfamiliar planet Earth, they have such sad destinies that they have had to live with their internal organs caught in karmic energy fields, which are related to their planetary karmas. Compared to Earthmen whose home planet is Earth, the alien light workers have no choice but to have more and stronger karmic energy fields installed in their bodies by their sad fate. They have to be sicker than general people, and many of them have to suffer from systemic pains frequently. Not knowing why they are sick, they are not able to hear, see, or smell well due to the defects in the related organs. Besides, their ways of thinking are quite different from those of other people, and they even have abnormal structures of thinking. They tend to be engulfed by depressive and gloomy energy. The alien light workers are the special soldiers dispatched to Earth in order to resolve their planetary contradictions. They should not forget the circumstances that their home planets are facing now and the sufferings of their planetary inhabitants. Also, they must keep in mind that the futures of their home planets depend on them. So, the spiritual hierarchies of their home planets keep sending the current energy states of their planets to their avatars. The avatars of those administrators are constantly exposed to the desperate energies of their planets in despair, as well as the energies emitted by the creatures living in pain on their planets. It is why many alien light workers often experience depression or schizophrenia. Some of them tend to have impassive faces or to express fidgeting, nervous energy. They tend to be very cunning, conceited, or arrogant, but to the contrary, they sometimes behave like immature children. The alien light workers belonging to the alien reinforcement team cannot help being exposed to the negative and despairing energies sent from their home planets. Therefore, most of them are very unstable emotionally and have unique thinking structures in terms of their consciousness, living with distorted or twisted metahumanoid consciousness implementation systems. They are affected more strongly by karmic energy field than the general light workers. Moreover, they are constantly receiving negative energies coming from their home planet, which cause them to be unstable in their bodies and minds or to live abnormal, unhealthy lives. When it is time for the alien light workers to have their consciousness awakened in line with their own timelines, they will get the specific information related to their planets from the heaven, such as the miserable or desperate states of their home planets and the grim determinations that they had at the time when they departed from their planets. As they get aware of their cosmic identities, they will spontaneously come over to the tree of life in the light. However, until their consciousness is awakened in line with their own timelines, they will suffer from a variety of illnesses and pains of unknown causes or of no cures. But they won't be able to know why they have to be so sick. Since their consciousness cores or emotion cores do not function properly, normal cognitive functions are not allowed for them. Therefore, whatever they attempt to do will not be very successful. They will feel deeply in their bones how hard it is to live like ordinary people. Life itself is not fun to them at all, and there are not so many things they want to do. They will have to live in that way until their consciousness is awakened as dictated by their timelines. This is their sad fate, and as described so far, the planetary karmas they have brought from their planets are so heavy as to make their lives on earth miserable and painful. Parents who have lost their children tend to hold the sorrow of the loss of their children in their hearts for the rest of their lives. Likewise, the bodies and minds of the alien light workers are engraved with the sufferings of their planetary inhabitants and other living creatures of their home planets. Also, they have to live caught in the energy originating from such sufferings through their lives. This is their sad destinies. Now, there are alien light workers whose consciousness is being awakened. Many of the lightworkers belonging to the alien reinforcement team are still living in pain, in deep sighs, and in deep despair, trapped in negative energy fields coming from their home planets. Lastly, there are a considerable number of alien lightworkers who are related to this heavenly project by fate. I, Captain Udeka, am leaving this message for the awakening of the consciousness of all of them. Alien lightworkers, you are the soldiers of the universe who have come to Earth from your home planets, carrying the cross of the universe. Congratulations on the awakening of your consciousness. The tree of life in the light is where you should be trained, where you are supposed to reside, and where the heaven has prepared for you. I wish you all the best. As such shall it be. As such is it planned to be. As such was it done. June 20th in 2018, Udeka wrote. His message was translated by Twin Flame. Thank you so much for listening.